Alright, so in the previous video we talked about major structure and minor structure. So if you have not yet watched those videos, you have to go back and watch them because we are building on the concept. Now we're going to talk about break of structure and change of character, right? With break of structure, markets break structure, right, in the direction of its moving trend. So I'm going to explain that. Now in an uptrend market, we form a series of higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? So this higher low is the lowest point, right? And the higher high is this point. Now in an uptrend market, when price creates a low, right, and pushes above the last high is created, right, it's called a break of structure, right? So breaking of structure means this whole thing is a structure, right? So if price pushes above this high, then structure has been what? Broken. Now with break of structure, change of character and break of structure, both of them involves breaking of structure, right? But with break of structure, we break structure in the direction of the market's intended trend. So what that means is, in an uptrend market, we push up. So if structure is broken to the upside, it's break of what? Structure. We'll talk about change of character later. So in an uptrend market, we form a series of higher highs and higher lows. And then if a higher low succeeds in taking out a high, right, breaking above the high, right, we call it break of structure, right? So higher high, higher low. Now once this higher low succeeds to break above this high to create a new high, we call it break of structure. So lower low, break of structure, lower low, break of structure. In a downtrend market, we are expecting highs to take what? Lows. So in a downtrend market, when a high succeeds in taking out a low, we can see what we have, what? Break of structure. And then with a break of structure, the idea is that we are going to break structure in the market's intended direction. So in this case, we are pushing to the downtrend, so we are breaking structure to the downside. In this case, we are pushing in an uptrend, so we are breaking structure to the upside. It's very simple, right? So we break of structure, price break structure in its intended what? Direction. So in an uptrend market, we break structure to the upside. In a downtrend market, we break structure to the downside, right? So yeah, break of structure involves breaking structure in the market's required direction. And now the last market phase, we have not been talking about it because it has less qualities, right? But it's still a market structure form, which is what? Sideways. So in a sideways market, right, since we don't either move up or down. In a sideways market, since we don't either create a clear high or a clear low, we can't say what? There is break of structure what's happening. In a sideways market, we form what? Equal highs and equal lows. So this is an equal high and this is an equal low. Just from the word, it's just English, right? Equal. And then these ones are lows, so equal lows, right? And these are highs, so equal highs, right? So in a sideways market, we form equal highs and equal lows, right? In a downtrend market, we form what? Lower highs and lower lows. In an uptrend market, we form what? Higher highs and higher lows. Now if price keeps on forming higher highs and higher lows, what that means is that a low is going to take out a high, and once that low takes out a high, it's going to give you what? Break of structure. And once that high takes out a low, we are going to have what? That high takes out a low in a downtrend market, we are going to have a break of what? Structure. Now let's try to look at some examples on the chart, right? So yes, let's try to look at some examples on the chart. So we have this. We have this low took out this high, this low took out this high, so break of structure, right? This low took out this high, so we have what? Break of structure, right? We are looking for structure to be broken in accordance to the market's intended direction. So this is break of structure, this is break of structure, this is break of structure. this is break of structure, because although we are breaking structure, we are breaking it in the market's intended direction. So this is break of structure, this is break of structure, right? In the uptrend market, this is also break of structure. Let's look at this. We have, this is break of structure, because we are pushing what's in an uptrend market, and then price is breaking structure in the direction of the market's intended what movement, where the market is heading to. So that's break of structure. So yes, that is all you have to know about break of structure. We'll be going deep into break of structure, but I'm introducing the concepts to you in this session, right, to understand break of structure, what we say break of structure is, what is meant by saying break of structure, right, all those things. So we'll be talking about more of break of structure in the next video. We'll treat the break of structure, and after that we'll talk about change of character. So I'm using this video to introduce the concept of break of structure to you, and in the next video we'll be talking about other things that will be attached to the break of structure. So don't forget to like and then subscribe the video, and also leave your comments.